He is considered a football gem. He is only 19 years old, he survived a fire, he was the French Revelation Player of 2019, plays for Real Madrid and will be at the World Cup in 2022. But after all, do you know where Camavinga started his career? Is he playing well or being a disappointment? From a war survivor to stardom at Real Madrid. This is the story of the beginning of the career of a great and promising French player. Eduardo Camavinga, better known as Camavinga, was born in November 2002. In Miconge, Angola, Camavinga was born at a time of great suffering and war in Angola. The war that started in the Democratic Republic of Congo had a very cruel outcome that changed many people's lives. Among them were Camavinga and his family, who fled a massacre known as the African World War. Camavinga and his family took a hard trip to France. He was just 1 year old of age on that complicated escape to French lands, and his family lived for a few months in Lille before moving to Fougueres, which is around 40 kilometers from Rennes, where he became a professional player. The parents bet on Camavinga's greatest passion, football, and left the coaches surprised in its first race in the team of the city of Fougueres, the Drapeau Fougueres. In 2013, the Frenchman took a leap in quality by signing for Rennes de France, which would leave him tied until his recent sale to Real Madrid. In the same year, Camavinga suffered trauma from a fire in his house that left his burned room, where he slept with some of his brothers. Between that terrible event and the financial problems that the family suffered, the moment he spent, it was really critical. However, the city rallied in support of Camavinga's family, who managed to survive, with some significant donations, and the French player focused on reaching the top of French football. 6 years later, in fact, he was already making his Ligue 1 debut. One for Rennes, at just 16 years old. In August 2019, he won the award for Ligue 1 Player of the Month for the first time in his career, in addition to receiving the Ligue 1 Player of the Month award. Still in 2019, Camavinga was also among the 60 young promises of world football by the newspaper British The Guardian, and was the revelation of French football by the magazine France Football. Born in Angola, Camavinga is naturalized French, like every football player, as a child. Camavinga always dreamed of playing for the national team and has already achieved so much, quickly. He made his debut for the French under-21 national team in November 2019 at 3-2 victory over Georgia. In August 2020, he was called up for the first time to the French national team. Camavinga is considered a modern steering wheel. It's not those players with a lot of strength and footprint, on the contrary, he stands out for being the second steering wheel, who controls and distributes the ball and gives passes to more advanced teammates. In the France team, if Camavinga has a good sequence of games, he can be a direct competitor to Pogba and others, names in the sector, who are in danger of losing their seat to him. So much so that coach Didier Deschamps put him in the place of Kanté, and he played as a defensive midfielder and marking on his debut in the selection. Even though he presents himself as a technical player, it is worth mentioning that he knows how to score and actively participates in actions to protect the defenders. With great prominence and its qualities, Camavinga is considered as a jewel for the world football. It is not for nothing that it was coveted by several big teams such as PSG, Juventus, Manchester United, and we can't forget, of course, Real Madrid, with great humility and responsibility. In August 2021, Camavinga signed a contract until 2027, with the Giants Real Madrid for €31 million, possibly to take Casemiro's place in a few years. Camavinga is just 19 years old and has already won a French Cup in Spain. He's been very important for Real this season, always getting into the games with great quality. With so much quality and for being new, he will certainly be one of the best midfielders in the world, and let's not forget that he will be at this year's World Cup in Qatar with the French national team. But what about you? Did you know a little about Camavinga's early career? Did you see him play for Rennes in France? Are you looking forward to seeing him shine at the World Cup? Leave it in the comments, and don't forget, of course, to like the video. I stay here for see you in the next story. Thanks and bye bye.